Tell me about it. It's a cold world out there. Sometimes I think I'm getting a little frosty myself.
My shell,
Mechanical found ghost.
but my ghetto is
Animal found toast.
my shell,
Mechanical found ghost.
but my ghetto is
Animal found toast.
my shell,
Mechanical found ghost.
but my ghetto is
Animal found toast. Animal found toast.
but my ghetto.
Animal. Life's ill. Sometimes life might kill. For the mega 5 digits, grab mic, might strike type ill. It's life real. I keep bills when life feel like earth don't spin. Whirlwinds might blend. Life's at a standstill. Dangerous cause man kills and still. Cats visualize life ghetto like one mind. Sometimes these cats see life street like incomplete light and be like I'ma live life after this one crime. One line from the megala blow spine. Everyone knows the city's ill. Cats kill still black man holds nine. Gotta chill star. Your law be the light of Shamar. Work hard Shamar see cipher law. Adapt bars snatch stars and detach large channels. But a bar's handle might break mics. Voodoo megala the cannibal 8 mics. Strive live live fuck 5. I want 108 mics.
Son, did
Yo,
you see
yo.
that kid, yo?
Chill out,
Yo,
man.
son,
Chill
did
out.
you? Yo, son, he pulled it out.
Keep your eye 5 digits, cock bitty, 9 milli, 1 floor, shot silly, spun city, 1 verse, hit milli. Little girl spinning curl, 360, living in a world shitty. Yo, they spun young earth, now shitty. NY50, my shoe, black head, nigga story, I sold spacesuit to crackhead. DTs operate mechanically, po-po and slow-mo. Black kid locked away, add a key, plus 1 4th pound of smoke flow. Wild blockhead Fabian, Ahmed Arabian, laying in Bodeg, holding drama AK, spoke like Assalamu okay, choking vodka mixed with OJ, wig splits, mad quick, spinning 360 wave. C4 blew the door, number 8, summer face, tank top with a knot, number 9 said run the plays, took my girl stereo, CD, plus the tape, star, don't wet that, fuck the face that stuck to play, jetpack to Santa Cruz, California, IA, piece of cigar, locked up, cat born, 9 ways, come home, mad soon, live ill, life phase, it's like little black girl got shot, damn it hurts when they spun earth and we're not gonna make a difference, so we get locked. Caught in the shit and losing what we got. Come on, black equal.
You know that you're one of the few predator species that preys even on itself.
And if there's crack in a basement,
Crackheads stand adjacent, anger displacement, food stamp arrangement. You were a stillborn baby. Mother didn't want you, but you were stillborn. Boy meets world, of course his pops is gone. What you figure? That chalky outline on the ground is a father figure. So he steps to the next stencil. That's a hustler infested with money and diamond cluster. Let's talk in layman terms. Rotten apples and big worms, early birds and poachers. New York is evil at its core, so those who have more than them prepare to be victims. Ate up by vultures, the politicians, and the dog-eat-dog culture that'll sick 'em. Lack of mineral, we take it personal. A pigeon can't drop shit if it never flew. Every day is no frills, empty krills, broken 40 bottles at MCs with skills. My head on 115, but miracles only happen on 34. So I guess life is mean, and death is the median, and purgatory is the mold that we settle in. No doubt. I've got that Eve's Bayou sense of touch, so I fought to touch every hand of a fan to read their thoughts. Battered wives, molested children, roaches on the floor, rats in the ceiling. Cats walk around New York with 2 villains. One is in the mouth, the other does the killing. I'm Vast Air, Kramer, top billing. Yo, rest in peace to Big L, 139.
This is Orions Reach Radio. I am Animus.
I am Enigma.
And this is the 23rd of the 1st, 2016, at 2:41 a.m. We like to do this early in
And
the
3
morning.
seconds.
Yes, 3 seconds, exactly, precisely. And if you want to, shift over to the CB radio, we also have a secondary radio option tonight. It is it's basically just ripping on swag fags. Basically, what's the go? Swag fags, YOLO. What's this? YOLO. You only live once.
The abbreviation of a 4-letter word. What does that bring to my attention?
Well, man, YOLO. Okay, well, let's just say, like, you only live once. Are you telling me that? Or are you telling you that? You only live once.
What, like, is it some sort of, like, what, are you doing a hysterical action to try and say that? Are you trying to, like, are you threatening me? Is that what you're doing?
Are you saying, like, I only live once? Are you, like, trying to say that my life is going to end here?
Yeah.
Like, if so, then you're an arsehole to begin with. I thought it was meant to be some sort of positive type of acronym, like, listen here, mate, if you're gonna YOLO me, then I'm just gonna simply say, like, I don't live once. I'm in a reincarnation cycle, just like you, because you're a moron who
better back your shit the fuck up.
You continue to spiral around in your YOLO. You only live once. Little do you know, you just created an acronym that kind of is hypocritical to your existence. You don't live once. We all live in everything at once. Forever. So, YOLO, like swag fags, kids with snapbacks, they need fucking kneecaps. First off, they don't have any. Scooters, they like rolling on scooters. Scooters are like the new Mercedes-Benz. Scooters, buy your kid a scooter, I suggest, like, highly, because
he will get a girlfriend, he'll go to college, and he'll pay his own bills.
And get him a snapback, especially one with a sticker or
and
a tag on it.
iPhone 4.
Yeah.
You need an iPhone 4 with
a cracked screen.
You need Pandora. You need to link it up to pop music radio.
You need Siri.
You need a lot of Xanax and a lot of alcohol.
And the newest, the newest Waka Flocka album. What's that? Waka Flocka. See, all these new...
It's a self-titled album, actually, called Crip Walkin' on the Flip Side. And he's actually on a rooftop, bro.
Yeah.
So,
See, like, we're in this part of this galaxy, and here we are using stupid terminology for stupid teenagers. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, like, why don't we pass, like, wise terms on instead of moronic terms? I don't know. I have to always relay it back to a proper message, because essentially, at the end of the day, people are just deterring from what's really important. YOLO and swag fags and scooters. What else? I mean, we've got Play-Doh. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure Play-Doh was... I heard something. Hang on. Let me.
What, it was toxic? Is that what I'm thinking? Because I think I've heard something like that. Or...
Play-Doh's original purpose, and I'm not talking about the philosopher Plato, which I should talk about, but Play-Doh, the fun stuff kids play with. Apparently Play Dog something, but Play-Doh, I need its origins.
So I went on eHarmony the other week, and I found my cousin. Alright, swap topics.
Play-Doh is a modelling compound used by young children for art and craft projects. Oh yeah. It originally came out in the 1930s as a wallpaper cleaner, but children found it, and it was non-toxic at the time, but children found it, played with it, and they seemed to develop a purpose with it, some sort of moulding clay, that's, they created little dildos out of it, so they could beat their siblings with them. But, Play-Doh, originally was created as a wallpaper cleaner in the 1930s, so the more you know. I hope you listeners out there appreciate Play-Doh, because Play-Doh has sculpted many children's desires to be an architect in the future, and that's why we have beautiful buildings surrounding us, trying to scrape the sky, but really not scraping the limits of ourselves. So, architecture, that's fun. That's where it originated, YOLO. We created various sayings, and now these sayings have delved into the minds of these children and created these kind of elusive idiots that sway between the grey areas of society, don't really do anything, but they kind of, just exist. That's essentially what they do.
And so I walked into a shop the other day, right? And I was with I think I was with my girlfriend, okay? I can't really remember because it was that painful. So we walked into this shop. I was walking past this shop called, I'm pretty sure it was called Tempt or something like that. And there was a guy trying on a jacket.
Oh. Okay.
Now, he was standing there with this weird jacket on with stripes. It just looked like an ordinary jacket. And he goes, "Whoa, I've got swag." Now, what is that? Is that defining yourself as like someone wearing a dirty rag that is looking in some sort of fashion to be admirable?
No, man, like swagger. What is this swagger? Jack Swagger, the wrestler.
Jack 125.
Did he originate that? Like, WWE fans out there, please confer with me if Jack Swagger originated the term swag. But I'm fairly sure...
His elbow formed the saying, I'm pretty sure, the abbreviation.
I'm fairly sure swag is probably the most degrading terminology that has ever been conceived in the last 10 years. That and YOLO. Thank you, Drake, you piece of shit. Swag could also be a curtain, a piece of fabric fastened so as to hang in a drooping curve.
You can also travel with one's personal belongings in a bundle.
See, like, when everyone's saying swag, I think really what they're meaning is money or goods taken by a thief or burglar.
So are they saying they've done something wrong to get that jacket?
Oh, well, they could be...
Hey man, check out this sick pair of Nikes I got. I've got so much swag. I got them from an old man and he was on his deathbed. And I had to unplug his life point shortly after I removed his Air Force Ones.
Well, according to Urban Dictionary, swag, the most used word in the whole fucking universe. Douchebags use it, your kids use it, your mailman uses it, and your fucking dogs use it. If you got swag, you generally wear those shitty hats sideways, and your ass hanging out like a fucking goof, because your pants are halfway down your white ass legs. To break down the word, it means secretly we are gay. It also is a word that means to represent yourself the way you represent yourself. Baggy clothes, shitty hats, small penis, and basically a way to say you're afraid to come out of the closet. I'm pretty sure Urban Dictionary is 99.9%
and
accurate.
3/4.
Yeah, and 3/4 accurate. But that's the definition of swag. I mean, we could destroy the entire generation if we continue to create bad terminology. Let's just break the English language down even further. Let's really destroy what we already have. Shakespeare will come back to life. go up to a fucking swag fag, and hopefully at breakfast time, and he'll shit in his wheat bix. Actually, I don't even know if swag fags eat wheat bix. They probably eat dicks for breakfast. Their dad's dick. They'll put their dad's dick in a milk bowl and like eat it, and Shakespeare's gonna come back to life, jump through your window, kick your fucking siblings in the face, and he's probably gonna slap your mum's tits, and then at that precise moment he will look at you, the swag fag that is degrading the entire English literature, and he will fucking pull his pants down, his pantaloons, and he will doth shit on your dad's penis as you're eating it for breakfast. Swag fags, please hear me out. I beg you to actually use concise and appropriate grammar. If you do, I will be quite impressed. If you're a swag fag or a troll, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the debate section of I Don't Give a Fuck. Moving on. So, asides these horrible terminologies that exist in society, maybe it's the lack of consciousness, the lack of awareness, the lack of everything. Consciousness. I covered this in the last podcast, but consciousness expansion, where we're going. What, individually? As a whole?
What direction we're going?
Well, is it up? Is it down? Is it left, right, and a red? The button combination will go straight to your bread.
Is it to the ATM? Don't know.
Consciousness expansion. See, if you're only conscious, if you're only thinking of what you're going to do today, your kids, you got your soccer mum routine down, you're going to put the kids in the Tarago, you got to go down to the school, drop the fuckers off, and then get a bottle of liquor and then a shotgun so you can shoot yourself, because you can't deal with the fact that this is your life and you don't know what to do. You're living day by day by day, and you just don't understand why you're not happy, simply because you're not living to your fullest. You're not living how you should. You're not existing properly. You're just concerning yourself with this general routine. Well, what do you think, Enigma? What do you think, consciousness expansion?
Consciousness expansion. So, possibly, this is not to be mistaken for the illusion effect. The consciousness expansion. It would have to be the expansion of some sort of thought, some sort of epiphany or vision, passing over a large region of minds that are connected in some global network or empire.
Well, there's individual consciousness, apparently. Apparently every object in the universe contains a consciousness of some sort. We see animals on an everyday basis. They have somewhat consciousness. When we say consciousness as humans, humanoid beings, we believe that consciousness is only accustomed to us. It's only unique to humans. But consciousness is everywhere, but consciousness is everything. See, look at the human body. There's cells and cell structures. Cells, they work to help fix your body, mend, fight infections and pathogens invading the body. And that's just, your basic science 101, but cells work together as a community to maintain the health of the host, the being that they are. We are cells in the universe. Humans are cells.
We are everywhere.
But if we don't, if we don't help each other like cells in the body, if we become unresponsive to one another, cells are cancerous. Cells don't communicate. That is cancer, and that is what we become when we are not living to how we should be. We should be aware, we should be conscious, we shouldn't be worrying about consumerist materialism. Like this world that we live in, this ideology of, you know, basically, this is it, buy your keep, build your empire, be your person, protect your family, and provide for them. This idea that, and through media and everything, it forces it into your mind that you must be a consumer. And I mean, let's look at what a consumer is. A consumer is something that takes something else from itself. A consumer could be a T-Rex, a Tyrannosaurus, and he's eating a smaller dinosaur. A consumer of sorts. But the consumerist lifestyle we live in is the unessential consumerist lifestyle. We just take things that aren't necessary. We need these things that we think we need. We decorate our homes in these ornaments that are completely irrelevant, but they decorate our personality. They suggest, hey, I'm happy. I don't get hit by my husband. I'm happy. Like, this
I
is
don't
my
have a
life.
shit job.
Yeah, like this is my job. Like I get these things from all over the planet. Like decorations around the house suggest that, you know, like I'm happy. You know, this makes me happy. But consumerism, like, to the point where you need the latest in technology. You need all this junk that isn't it's just all unnecessary. That's an unnecessary consumerist lifestyle, and that's what we're bred into. And this consciousness expansion, we're detaching from one, like our sense of community is, it's disorientating. Our sense of community is evaporating now. It's depleting, and like back in Greece, you know, ancient Greek, they had communities over there. They had markets. They would have philosophers that were actually a part of the Senate, their oligarchies, or any other sort of hierarchies they had at the time. They literally had like philosophers on there because they felt it was required. So, because, you know, they philosophers, especially at the time, you know, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, they had points of view and understanding consciously that were necessary for their development of their society. And now we don't have philosophers, no, because possibly the system that is being forged is now quite, well, it's controlling, and we don't want anyone too wise because they could tell people and then our cover's blown. Basically, the system crumbles, people see through the system. Consciousness expansion at the moment, I see a lot of people like you and I as people that, well, we're connecting. You know, you walk down the street, and I said this in my last podcast. You walk down the street, you see someone, you have this conscious,
like awakening almost.
well, like they know what you're talking about. You know what they're talking about. You're kind of
like
the
a
same
realization. Yeah,
you're of the same area of age. You know, you understand what you're meant to do. You know, there's a larger sense of awareness, and that consciousness expansion is cells now binding back together instead of becoming cancerous and unresponsive. Now those cells are binding back together, working together as a community, as an aware community, and now we have to take down the system that is the pathogens invading the entirety that we are. See, some of the humans had the wrong idea of what is necessary, so they want a system that seemingly creates equality by giving everyone money and letting everyone earn their keep themselves. But that's not appropriate. Like, that's not the way. That's incorrect, because essentially it just brings out distraction from what is appropriate. We need to communicate again, and that's what we're doing. Consciousness expansion is just a massive growth. We are growing, and like I'm humbled to see that a lot of people are connecting again. You know, like, we have friends. We have plenty of friends that we see and we'd like to keep in our circle that are of that consciousness expansion, that are growing with us. And the more that we talk about, like you guys in this podcast that are listening right now, the more people we communicate with, the more people we have ideas to bounce back and forth with, the more we are aware of, the more that awareness is spread, and that consciousness then lifts, that whole collective lifts. So it raises and we grow together, and that's important. I think growth generally is important, and the consciousness expansion is a part of that. But
a part of it is being understanding and being aware about it.
Oh, a great deal. Awareness is that's a whole nother topic. I mean, but we should cut into a little break, and then we'll come back and speak a bit more about it. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna have a break and enjoy the music.
Don't give me that too good bullshit. I'm in the high fidelity first class traveling section. I think I need a lift jet.
certainly was in the right.
Yes, definitely. I guess he was cruising for cruising.
I don't know, I was really drunk at the time.
He just told me he was in Pilgrims at number 2. He was asking why he wasn't coming up on 3011. So after I yelling and screaming and telling him why he wasn't coming up on 3011, came to a heavy blood up, which started to matter out. He just told me.
Όλοι ζούμε σε ίδιο όνειρο, σε μια σπηλιά, από σκιές. Σε μια σπηλιά, από σκιές.
Come soon. देखो 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 कितना अच्छा मौसम है
Okay, and we're back. That first song was Alice in Chains' Nutshell off their self-titled album Gyro Flyers.
That second song was Pink Floyd, Money, as you would hopefully know. And the third song was Critters Bugging, Naked Truth. So, awareness, consciousness, understanding, all these things, all these important things. These are things that we must actually conduct in our growth and evolution of self, of our individuality, and of our entirety as a species and as sentient beings. Awareness. If you're aware that right now what you're doing is listening to someone talk to you, but also you're breathing, but you're also
thinking and feeling all different emotions and looking through different perspectives right now as I speak at this very moment. And I am in a different moment in time right now from you.
This was the past. That's awareness. See, awareness is akin to perception, and if you're aware of the decisions you make in life, so say you walk down the street, you meet a guy and he's like, hey, give me your money. There's decisions you can make at that moment.
There's like decision 1, sure, I'll give you my money.
Decision 2, no. Decision 3, let's compromise, I'll give you some, I'll keep some. Or decision 4, walk away, or whatever. There's many options you can have, but the awareness of the repercussions of that, it's in a way like a chess game, where you try to see the next move beyond that, But I think there's a basic logic to it, and I think awareness is a massive thing that we need to incorporate and integrate into just your general daily life. Awareness, you need to be aware of who you are, what you want to do, your relationships with the people you are around, and not just like, yeah, they're my family, they're my friends. Like, you have to be aware to the point that you're not only looking after them and whatnot, you're not only growing with them and whatnot, you're not only knowing what you've been through with them and all that, and the relationships and the past you have to be aware of where that's going, what you want to do with that, and maintaining that. You have to be aware completely and utterly. Understanding it all. Understanding. You have to know about something before you can understand it. You have to play with it a bit. You have to explore it. You can't understand something when you've never heard of it. You have no knowledge of something, you can't understand it. Scientists don't understand dark matter, but they theorize it, they hear of it because it's this theory, but they don't fully understand it. Dark matter, the scaffolding of the universe, the deep core of it all, apparently we revolve around. It's an understanding. These are important key features in consciousness expansion, as we were talking about earlier. But I mean, well, what are your thoughts, Enigma?
Awareness and understanding once and now once again are being brought into conversation are two separate things, but they both need each other because they contain the same properties.
It's interesting. So, like, I think, I think there's a lack of awareness, like a lack of, I'm in this routine right now. I'm waking up, I'm going to fucking school.
It's like actually going with it and then not thinking about it and just going through impulse. Like, you get so... It's like you're born without that, but it's not to an extent. It's really... Pretty much. It's some sort of lifestyle and pattern routine that you set your mind to, and it's a self-destruction in a way.
See, sometimes awareness comes to you, and then sometimes you find awareness. You know, like, my example of this is if someone tells you what you're doing and then you realize, oh, I'm doing that. I didn't know. Or you, in retrospect, by reflecting upon what you've done or what you're doing or what you have been doing, you understand the pattern of behavior, you understand everything, then you are aware. So only through understanding can you become aware. And through only knowing and of knowledge first and exploration can you understand. So there's steps to it before the expansion of consciousness can, develop itself. It can even enhance any further than it is existing at this moment. So, you're aware that you go to work, you're earning your profit, you're trying to make your money and whatnot, but at the end of the day, and when it's all said and done, like, this whole process, you're working yourself to the bone, and are you actually essentially happy? Like, the only idea I have of happiness is making the most of what you do right now, so that every day that passes is you can look back and you're like, wow, I'm aware that I made the most of that. I'm aware that I'm not caught in a cycle. I'm not living in a systematic routine that I didn't want to live in. So I grew up like, well, we both grew up like, hey, you know, like go to school, come home, you know, and eventually you got to work and then come home, and then eventually like that's society that's Western society.
It's almost an implant in our mind, a mindset to do that. We're bred into this cycle there where we have to serve the government to some extent for the rest of our lives until we're too old, and we just shit and piss ourselves, and then we just spend the rest of our lives dying, and then that's it.
And is that really like what you want to look back on? So it's being aware as well of where you're going. Like, is this routine really what you want to do? Because when you get to 70 years old, if you can even make it there, when you get to 70 years old, you want to look back and just see you were working a routine so you could get money, this illusionary thing, so you could get money, Pink Floyd, so you could support your family. Like, yeah, I understand the morality of like looking after your family, but essentially we are all family. Like, everything is connected when you look at the broader spectrum of it all. So I mean, like, it's we turn Arabic, or we are, it's irrelevant, completely irrelevant, and it doesn't matter then, you know. So like, being aware of the routine you're in, like, that's important.
And le suis en super forme.
Exactly, you know.
Bonjour.
So,
Amias.
I mean, it's just like, you know, it's kind of frustrating that people, like, you want to shape people, you want to try to help them, but at the same time, I know people that are so stubborn when I try to help, and even when I'm not trying, but I try to help, like, you are, you know, in a destructive pattern. I need to reach out, I need to help you, like, this is what's up, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, this is what's going on, this is probably, like, I'm just trying to help you, I'm trying to pass awareness on. When that happens, some people I know where I've tried to help have been quite stubborn to the point where they neglect, or they, you know, refuse my advice or my perspective. And the thing is, you need to be ready for it. You need to have, like, hit rock bottom in whatever routine, whatever pattern of behavior you're in, before you can accept any awareness or any help. Like, that's simply, like, that's that. I guess, you know, like, have you ever been in a situation like that?
Yeah, there's been people before that I've tried to help in retrospect, and they've kind of rejected it in a way. If you know, it happens, but the thing is, there's look, you're a dumb cunt, and you should walk to the nearest bridge and take a couple of photos and appreciate the view, because there's some times in life where you need to take a step back and take a look at yourself. We're going to go on an ad break.
Yeah.
This next song is Mad Season, and it's called Lifeless Dead. Enjoy.
Lifeless dead, that unclean bed. Till
pretend to ink emotions. Remain unheard, unseen, unblinded by the controversy. Continual mode shift, mode shift. We hit dust particles with ball peen. Hammer-headed conspiracy to overthrow your blind, faithful nature of the beast within your sanity. Conceptual profanity to sink your stagnant heart into wild-styled conventional contemplations of lust versus love versus life versus freedom of choice, and challenging the foundation of the 35th Amendment that you based your story upon. We march all night while you sleep all day. Who's right, who's wrong doing can be held at ransom for random chap artists to dissect emotion evades itself. Basis felt, basis left at the door. Never, no more, not nearly my newsstand worthy nemesis. I fractured the axe back, pulled the bullshit by the horns. You climbed Tommy Hill but didn't figure your clothes would get ripped. Mode shift. Contemplate the sentiment. This is more than resentment, my friend. Subtle anarchy, the means to an end.
Lukewarm vultures, mold on his moon pie. Rooms in his home that dissipate in the fruit flies. Suicide lane, wide load ride, looting in the wake of an amicable marooning. My duty go for moving in packs to sharing food with a cat. To mock me, I accidentally saw the woman in half. She said, I'll keep you in my prayers. I said, I need to hide a body. She said, okay, honey, talk to you on Friday. Apparently we share a common plasma, so the growing disconnection doesn't matter. According to the blood and water chapter. Weird. Who wrote the blood and water chapter anyway? Probably sincerely dad. Only child, 30 cats. Looking for a way to reconnect with an averted past. Except it doesn't always work like that. Today I pulled 3 baby snakes out of moss and dirt, with a wild strawberry vines toss and turn. I told them you were gonna be something inventive and electric. You were healthy, you were special, you were present. Then I let them go. You were sitting at the gate awaiting spirits and provisions. I was privy to a headache over pirouetting innards in a mirror sweating pictures. Who's there, simian or lizard? As it were, there is a disappearing difference in ambition and material. Antiquated gentlemen, outlaws reduced to a Ferris wheel of vitriol. Move as a godless heathen, black gums, tooth gone. Bootleg Yukon, Cornelius, I'm a... That's better, here we go. Disenchanted face printed on a $0 bill. Got a little plot of land where authority isn't recognized. Contraband keeping the core beside checker lies. Check, never mind a misanthrope vying for affection to the wretched sound of mysticism. Dying, it is something he must handle on his own. The wind blown way when a wind don't play. Today I pulled 3 green frogs at a leaf and bark, where the grapevines climb a convenient barn. I told him you were gonna be something tenacious and exalted. You are mighty, you are gracious, you are lauded. Then I let him go. Oh. I have been completely unable to maintain any semblance of relationship on any level. I have been a bastard to the people who have actively attempted to deliver me from peril. I have been acutely undeserving of the ear that listen up and lip that kiss me on the temple. I have been accustomed to a stubborn disposition that admits it wish its history disassembled. I have been a hypocrite in sermonizing tolerance while skimming for a ministry to pretzel. I have been unfairly resentful of those I wish had acted different when the bidding was essential. I have been a terrible communicator, prone to isolation over sympathy for devils. I have been my own worst enemy since the very genesis of rebels. Today I pulled 3 ghost crabs out of rock and sand with a low tide showcase of promised land. I told them you were gonna be something dynamic and impressive. You are patient, you are gallant, you are festive. Then I let them go.
Hi, we're back, and that was Mad Season, Lifeless Dead. The second song was 6-2, Mode Shift, and the last one was Aesop Rock, Go for Guts. And in this end part of the podcast, I would really like to talk about advertising.
What is the advertising depth we're talking of? So you're walking into your local market, some sort of massive supermarket containing all these different shops, massive store. And I'm saying you look around at different billboards, signs, things like that. They have big greasy burgers, $2.50, get it fucking shoved in your face, there you go. That's advertising.
So they use advertising. They use this persuasive language to ensnare the observers, the consumers.
There's almost different depths of advertising. It's almost like convincing the customer.
Well, there's different techniques. You know, there's ones out there that make the customer feel guilty, like what are they called? Charities and whatnot.
Yeah, a dog got hit by a car. Donate $5.50 and a local kid can have a cheeseburger.
You know, to deal with his growing pains. Or the advertising style of the new and improved. You know, like they will bring a new model out, and that's just like the iPhone. You know, they bring the new iPhone out, the new iPhone. I've got to get it. So that's how they get you. That's the advertising. That's the they're just a couple examples. This advertising game, it's a dirty one. See, like essentially they want you to consist of this, and that's your routine. That's your awareness. You think that that's all you need. You need the new shit. You need this. You need that. But really, essentially, all you need is a roof over your head, food, water, and some sort of stable environment where you're not having gunshots go off outside your window all the time. That way, you are capable of growing before the system grows, and you are able to create and think because you are in a stable environment where, like, we don't have to worry about shelter. You know, if you're got shelter, you essentially have the luxury of thought, to be creative. You can't create if you are worried about stress, like finding food and housing, shelter. It's important that we all. That's equality at the end of the day. It's not money, not this. You got to work for it. That's not fair. We're all born here. So who the fuck made rules? Like, there's no kings, there's no queens. Like, we all share the same land. We are all blood, and we're all technically related. But at the same time, we're all a part of everything. And when a comet hits, or an asteroid that's large enough, we all are wiped out. The kings and queens won't get any special treatment. The entire planet will suffer complete disarray,
What are you going to do?
Desolation.
What are you going to do when you're 500 miles underground in fucking flames because you just landed in some lava? What are you going to do? Are you going to go get your fucking certificates off the wall and your scholarships? Oh, watch out.
Yeah, like...
You got to protect the frames.
At that point, it's not important. It's irrelevant. What you've done in life is completely irrelevant if you're some sort of, you know, CEO of a large company or whatever. Because all the money in the world can't save you from the inevitable destruction of the planet. So, what should we do then? Well, let's work together, let's unite, let's unify, let's destroy this whole diversity situation, stop this ethnic bullshit. I delete anyone on any social utility I might have that might be racist, that might kind of promote the wrong message of what I'm opposing. You know, like, I don't think that you should be sharing kick Muslims in the ass. I think people need to be like, that's the whole ISIS situation. Like, it's bullshit. We need to be
Yeah, and just for the record, we didn't say ISIS. We said ISIS. That's how it's probably pronounced. Just saying.
Well,
all you motherfuckers that are reading the news have got it wrong.
She was a Egyptian goddess, and now she's been tainted with this this acronym that is poisonous, and it's just promoting this ethnical bias, and that's my point. Is I will remove anyone from my circle that might show bigotry when they're expressing their opinion. I mean, yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but essentially, what are you doing? You're only turning the human race back. You're bringing it down some pegs, many pegs, you know, by acting like a barbarian. You're going to judge someone on skin colour. Man, that's hilarious. You're still in primary school. You're looking at colours. You know, you're not actually looking at the big picture. You're not an adult anymore. You're just, coloured skin. You're this. I'm going to say you're this. I'm going to tell my friends you're this. Everyone's going to just influence, man. The power of influence that passes on. All these people then are like, hey, look, yeah, don't listen. Look, the media, they're saying like they're bad. These people are bad. Like, their language, the media, you want to bring it back to this, the media, they're going to say these type of people are bad. They're going to use language, but they're not going to say it directly. They're going to use it in a way that you're not going to know, but that's going to give you the perception, the view, that it's whatever they're talking about, this person, this group of persons, this ethnicity. They play it vague so that you connect the dots, and in your mind, you're getting the perception that this ethnicity is bad, or they're whatnot. It's something that the media like to do, simply because I'm not sure. Is there a guy sitting back like haha, look at them all scurrying and depleting each other and destroying themselves, and they're sitting in their dirty little lair with their deer alcohol and deer pelts and deer horns, and are they sitting there, in their lounge room, and their $600,000 rug that's made out of the skins of all the dead sultans that they smited with their rich CEO army money? Or, are they sitting back laughing at this entire thing, like watching us, just like, it's going according to plan? I'm not sure. way I see it is like the world needs to adjust, improve in the way of consciousness, man. We need to be aware.
In a lot of different ways we need to be aware, though. I see it as we need to be aware to the point where we take control of our life and use it in a positive manner. And not to manifest, but to grow and help everyone else and help yourself.
Well, manifest the appropriate thing, more so. If you're going to manifest, don't manifest negativity. Don't put out, hey, like bigotry behaviour. Don't put out and share about your disgust toward an ethnicity. That's bullshit, man. Like, you have some real soul searching to do. If you're blaming someone for their skin colour, you have no idea. You don't live in their society. You don't grow up in that reality. You're just like degrading an entire culture simply based on their skin and what the media say. If you trust the media, you're a moron. That's like your Jesus, isn't it? TV's your Jesus. Sit there, scratch your belly, pick the jam out of your toes, eat it, lick an asshole or two, and just sit back and let the TV brainwash you. That's the entirety.
Let the ads soak into your brain. Let McDonald's fool you. Okay? Just go with it. Spend all your money. Because in the end of the day, do whatever the fuck you want. Because that's what advertising wants you to think.
I have to apologise for the background noise too. See, here in this existence, in this society, we have people that find the desire to drive in cars around circles in their local communities late at night, 3:25 in the morning to be precise, with music pumping, revving their cars, because that's what they want to do. That's how they're expanding their consciousness. They're driving around in circles like children that got bigger and they
playing with their toy cars almost.
And now they can go and jump in their toy cars because they can afford it.
Quick, look, Dad. Look, I can do it. I can drive the car and have a big old sit down.
Like revving your car at the lights. That's just kids going dribbling all on themselves. Man, you're still playing in the mud. You're not doing anything. Like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything.
That's substantial. What are you doing?
You're earning money so you can do this on a regular basis. You get to a point, I had fun. This was a fun life. I don't know. Is it just your mind? I hope not. I don't think it is. I think you're not aware of what you want to do, what you are a part of. You're just a fucking idiot kind of thing. Like, it hurts me to say it because, like, I wish a lot of these people weren't. I wish they weren't so stubborn, and I wish they were ready to hear the truth. But maybe they just have to be bred out. People like that have to be bred out. We have to just keep expanding this awareness. We have to keep passing this light on. The point being is, fuck the police. NWA said it. They said it best.
Yeah, and there's no one that can say it better.
I mean, like, who the police think they are, man? They're protect and serve. Look at the way the world's in now. This constant, like, scared, this hostility toward police, or the police hostility toward us. The people, pay you. Their wage, we pay. It's tax. And essentially, we're your boss. But, I mean, like, how do they get away with recruiting the police academies, or the government police academies? They recruit these people, these civilians, then they become these power-hungry driven primitive animals, and their complete ego takes over themselves. They don't have any spirituality anymore. All they're concerned about is their work as a police officer, their life as a police officer. And that's what the media has done as well, is these movies and films of all these great police adventures and you know, Starsky and Hutch. Like, I love that movie, but, you know, at the same time, like, I can't help but feel if you act on the things you are influenced by, then and you're not fully aware of what that is doing to you in the society you're in, then like you're just following. You're not really like on top of it, looking over it. You don't have a bird's eye view of what's going on. You're just like following, man. You're just Pac-Man, like. But the ghosts.
You're not really getting anywhere in the end, anyway. You claim that you are, but like, I think it's a lot more. You reach a lot more depth in yourself. What's the point in this lifetime to get a job and waste time, and just waste the precious time you could be using to increase your soul, repeat into another lifetime?
We could be bums, like, and I gotta agree, like, I totally agree, but we could be bums, right, just saying, like, hey, like, fuck jobs, like, but at the same time, like, we wouldn't have the knowledge we have right now, the awareness that we have, if we had a job pressuring us all the time. We are those outcasts, those ones that sit on the brick wall, the silver lining of society, whereas there's what you must do and beyond. We sit on that wall and we observe everything.
Right.
We observe what's happening beyond and what's happening in society right now and what you must be, so that we can pass the message down from the wall, relay it to you in the society. I'll throw a rope over the wall when we go into the beyond. You guys can follow when you're ready. Okay?
Yeah.
So, that's basically like what I'm trying to say. Cops though,
trying to snatch my craps.
Yeah, like Be Real said it best. But anyway, I mean, I guess that concludes what we're trying to elaborate on tonight in this podcast. So
when you go home tonight and you go and lay in your bed, I want you to think about this. There's children out there that are starving, and there's children out there that are needing. There's a lot of men that are needing that are getting bashed by their women, and there's a lot of people out there that are smoking ice. But what we're saying is, if you shop at McDonald's, you'll not receive one free burger, but you will receive two for the price of one.
And if you like start cutting dogs' noses off and using them as PS2 controller
joysticks,
toggle sticks, I'm going to start a petition, and a petition of awareness, and we're going to take your whole sanction down. I'm going to like hook up with
Miley Cyrus.
Was it? No, what's yeah, Miley Cyrus. She needs to remove the dick on stage, because her influence is fucking up the generation of these little swag fags.
Yeah. Speaking of that, nah, we just decided we're going to stay for 5 more minutes just for your fucking pleasure.
Yeah, here you go, bonus material.
Woo!
Take it. Director's cut, bitches. So like, the whole influence of these idols, quote unquote, they, alright, look, you might like them, you might like what they did before, or whatever, but who they are when they're influencing negative, inappropriate behaviour that's just not helping the positive growth of youth, which is important right now, as we have so much negative shit surrounding us. It's not appropriate. Like, this whole entire drive to express yourself on stage. Miley Cyrus, if you're listening, like, I want to say, like,
fuck you.
You must be getting paid like a motherfucker, like, but you're taking like MD, you're doing fucking drugs and shit, you're having fun on stage, but little do you know, you're not aware to the point, or maybe you are, but you're not aware to the point where you're fucking up so many children. Like, they're following your path, and you might think it's fun, but the thing is, that's not what we should be doing. We should be trying to fucking pass wisdom on. We should be existing all together.
Pass knowledge and pass further understanding of this lifetime and what we can achieve, instead of doing drugs every night, going to parties, talking about stupid, irrelevant stuff. Like, seriously, you want to go to a party and you want to hang out with some guys and talk about falling in love. Like, we understand the message of love, but you're only talking about it in one section, and that's sanctioned in all music nowadays, and you're a part of it. You're a fucking little fucking ant under my foot that I stand on when I walk down the street.
Yeah, and ants don't deserve that. You know, like, they should go back to their queen and continue living their routine. You know what I mean? So, like, with all of that being said, I would like to say, don't drink alcohol.
As Friedrich Nietzsche said.
Yeah, don't drink alcohol. It's what weakens you. It's not helping you. And also, turn the TV off. Stop listening to this bullshit.
Turn the news off. Do not watch the news.
Stop praying to your blue screen of death.
Your little Facebook, your little account. Stop praying to it. It's evil.
Yeah. I mean, like, and if you are, balance. Because when you have balance, you have harmony.
Only check it as if you only just got your Facebook. That same perspective. So, it's not like you have to be on it 24/7. You know, there's life outside of that, and that's something that you need to understand if you're that person.
Precisely. I feel we are all either floating on the surface of life, or we are swimming and exploring the depths. Even if it's dark, we explore because we are not scared, like the surface dwellers. That concludes podcast 3. I'm Animus.
I'm Enigma.
You have been awesome. These last 2 songs, well, this last one is Melvin's Karma Karma Cat, and
this next one,
LP Time Out of Joint. Hope you guys enjoy.
We love you. Bye.
you can tell that maybe time is out of joint, my love. So this is maybe just an SOS, shrapnel, an echo of dead sentiment, measurement tossed to nothing for no one, a wasted effort, a shrug. Or maybe resonate, incurable, romantic, defunct in the face of fact. Blackboard formula erased by the next class, but the outline's still intact and I see it. And I'm still not sure of the meaning, but I'll say it. Write it down and read it for you. Again. No protected leathery flesh of emotion chainmail. No running, no locking doors, no anger. No voicemail communication, no strangulation or distortion of purity sentiment. No fantasy of reconciliation or delusion and no revenge. No bullshit. No codes or hidden agendas, no preaching. No standing on the pulpit, no ego. No new speaker, freakish lingo. Here I go. I haven't loved many people. I grew up afraid that I was crazy. One time when I was deep inside your body, you burned, and I was sure that you were gonna have my baby. And you can tell that maybe time is out of joint, my love. So this is maybe just an SOS, shrapnel, an echo of dead sentiment, measurement tossed to nothing for no one, a wasted effort, a shrug. And you can tell that maybe time is out of joint, my love. So this is maybe just an SOS, shrapnel, an echo of dead sentiment, measurement tossed to nothing for no one, a wasted effort, a shrug. Used to be in love.